What's up, everybody? It's Saturday. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see where my queens are. Happy Saturday, guys. It is time for cozy couch conversations. Okay, let's go. Welcome. Come on in the building. Hello, hello. Hi. Let's go. Hey, hi everybody. Welcome. It is Saturday. I know everybody outside, but I'm here on the cozy couch. Hey, hello. Where are my queens from Queens? There's one. Hello, hello. Come on in the building. Hi. Hey everybody. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Saturday night. Hello, hello. Welcome. Come on in the building. Yes, hello. Hi, welcome. Welcome, welcome. There's one queen.
Hello.
Hello. How
Hello.
are you?
Hi. I am feeling better than amazing on this sensational Saturday. How are you?
I am phenomenal. I am
All
phenomenal.
right.
It's been a great day. A great
Yes, it has.
day.
It has. It's been a great day.
Welcome. Hi. Hi, everybody. Nice. Hello.
Hello, hello. Thanks for hopping on, Danielle.
Yes. Hello. Cozy Couch Conversations is about to start. We know that. Wait, is Evie on? No, she's not in the building just yet. Probably busy doing mommy things. That's okay.
You know.
So, it is Saturday.
It is Saturday. Yes. Time has gone by so quickly. It is June already. That's the other part.
Right? It's my favorite
It
month.
is already June. Yes, your favorite bud.
My
Hey,
favorite month.
lovely.
Hello, hello. Hey. So it's my favorite month because it's my birthday month.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we are in Gemini season.
Full effect.
Yes, in full effect. Full effect.
Yeah.
Shout out to the June birthday. Shout out to y'all Geminis.
Yes, thank you.
You're crazy folks, but
You love us.
listen. Yes, I do. My son is Gemini. Birthday will be next week.
Woo-hoo.
So looking forward to that. Yes, as well.
We also have Father's Day in this month.
Mhm.
And many graduations and proms this month.
Any graduation, prom, celebration. And if you work in education, you're doing a celebration because there is a cessation in the institution of education. In other words, school is going to be out. Summer break.
Yo,
A to the men.
that was
You
bars
dig?
right there. That was bars.
Look here. You know, I do a little something in every way.
Yo, I need you to run that back. That was fire right there.
Evie's on. Looks like she just joined.
Hey, Evie.
Right.
Hey.
Y'all. Hey.
Hello.
You just missed the MC.
You missed the bar. You already know.
Chi by chi.
Well,
You already know.
funny enough, I was actually responding to a prospect. Well, yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks continue. But welcome.
Welcome. How was your Saturday?
Amazing. We have a guest on the Cozy Coach tonight. Y'all.
What's the guest? Oh, that guest.
The people say
the little cozy coucher.
Little cozy coucher. Crashing the party tonight, huh?
Yeah, y'all.
That's A-Dub. What's up, A-Dub?
Say what one? Throw your deuces up.
Wagwan gals.
She was asleep and 9 o'clock hit and she said, "Oh, y'all think y'all grown sitting on this couch without me? Not tonight."
Listen, The life of a mom. It's all good.
Right,
Welcome
right,
to the
right.
couch. We're gonna keep it clean for the little one. Hey. Well, welcome guys to Cozy Couch Conversations, where your Saturday night starts here. All right. Ari, say here.
Say right here, right here.
Oh,
No.
Okay. No TT mode today. All right. It's so good. It's okay.
Okay.
But I am in a good mood. I'm flying high today, y'all.
What did you just do? Tell the people what you just did, girl.
Flying high, no trees involved.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fly high, no trees involved. I love it. No, tonight was my launch, guys. So if you do follow me on Instagram and Facebook, then you know I dropped the flyer and I had the sauce, and we exposed you guys to some major information. Next time you catch it. But I'm excited because it was my first time doing the complete presentation. So I'm excited about that.
Woo!
Because I'm
learning, gotta celebrate those wins, right? That's what we talk about.
Right. That's
gotta celebrate those wins.
That's right. Celebrate.
But also, you know, today was also a phenomenal day for other reasons why, right?
Yes. Woo! Today
Uh-huh.
was our amazing planet and stars family. Shit, I felt like we was at a family reunion, right? Family, super duper high energy, excited, super Saturday, y'all.
What's up?
And any opportunity
that
we can all get together and just build and grow and learn is amazing. And that's what I love it about us being here with one another.
Yeah. Yes. So we had a super Saturday in the literal and the figurative sense, right? It was an awesome event that we had. Oh, so you was on there too, eh?
Hey!
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So we had an amazing super Saturday. And, you know, I'm going to be quite honest. We had, you know, this week flew by so quickly. And, you know, a lot of times we talk about things that usually has carried on, you know, during the week. But I'm going to tell you, the week, it's like we blinked and it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
But today was such a major day. So when we're talking about Super Saturday, you know, our team, people within our organization, right? We are part of an amazing, phenomenal, stupendous organization, right? With I Am Mastery Academy. But so, you know, it wasn't intentional to really talk about, you know, the business side of it. But today it was just, we had to do it. And we shared a lot of gems, you know, with, you know, the leadership team,
right.
Our leaders within the organization. And it was phenomenal. So what I want to go around real quick is to ask, you know, each of you, what was something that you took away from whoever spoke, or something that like resonated with you? All right. We're going to go with the A-Dub and E-Dub.
What was your biggest takeaway from
I love it.
for Saturday? You gonna tell?
Oh, okay. Me too.
Well, mine. Okay, everything, and y'all know I'll be taking notes. I don't have my notes up here with me, but it had to be Coach Henry, man. He is raw. He is just,
yeah.
You know, he gives it to you real, and he spoke on leadership, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he broke that down. He broke down the H's.
Yeah, right. You know, he outlined, you know, he even touched on leadership legacy and so many things, you know, like the heart of a leadership, the hands of a leadership, and just so much. And man, like I have to run through my notes. But
why did that resonate with you so much? Why are you like at a loss for words? Why did that touch you?
Well, it resonated with me because one of the things that stood out, it's, you know, you want to be the leader that you would want to follow, right? So in going through this process, you know, this business, you want to be someone that you could also look up to, right? If would you follow you?
Right.
Right.
Right. Right. That's a good question. Yep.
Yeah. And so, you know, sometimes people think, you know, they take the position of a leader as just, oh, you know, it's a rank or it's just a title, but it's more than that, because you have to be a servant leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a leader, you want the people around you to grow, right?
Mm-hmm. Of
Not
course.
mentally, but you know, mentally, and because essentially you're molding those to be even better than you, right? So when you learn something, you teach the people around you, and you know, because you want them to develop as well. And um, I always, when I, you know, just in even in personal day to day, like work life and stuff like that, I always say it's often hard to find good leaders, because I feel
Mm-hmm.
in my work environment outside of this, you don't have a lot of people that I could say, okay, you know what, that's a leader. And so to be in this environment where that's something that's stressed and that's something that's, you know, constantly being worked on, it makes me realize like there is hope. And this is, you know, this is what I want to be around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you take from those that are around you. Yeah, you're gonna look at the good and the bad, but you know, you're like, okay, this is the person I don't want to be, right? There are so
Right.
great examples and
Mm-hmm.
inspiration of, you know, people that you want to take from, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Coach Henry himself, you know what I'm saying?
Dishes.
So, you know, everyone, you can pull from everyone because there's so much amazing qualities, you know, that's you're surrounded by. So you just think of being a sponge and just soaking all that up, and you know, just the kind of person that you're developing into, you can say you've, you know, listen, I learned from all these amazing individuals that look like me, right? We
Mm-hmm.
have the same background or same upbringing, of course not, because you know, we're all from different paths, but
Right.
the fact that these people look like me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that representation.
Yes, the representation that we don't often have when we look
Mm-hmm.
outside, you know.
Right.
And yes, this, a lot of it may come through Zoom, but we have opportunities to get together, and then it's even more electrifying. So that's why it's
Yeah.
that way.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Mo?
Um, so two people, but they both kind of spoke on the same things. You know,
Uh-huh.
KK story. Uh,
Don't even get me started there. She
I'm
about
not gonna go there because we're gonna keep it light. But her
Woo!
story resonates.
Shout out to KK
KK.
Ramen.
KK
Shout out
Ramen.
to Coach Henry.
You know, she talked about this belief and Raquel as well, the attitude of
Mm-hmm.
gratitude and I mean, I know that resonates with me a lot because I constantly pour into myself, and now, you know, Savannah and others. Like, I'm trying to say, like,
Hey,
mindset matters and your belief matters. So when she was
Mm-hmm.
talking about, you know, how she joined or whatever, and how she, you know, wasn't really interested, but then things happened in her life that kind of
Mm-hmm.
propels her to be able to take this full speed ahead. It just made me like, so like, I don't know, I felt like this feeling like alignment is real. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everything that we go through in our lives, everything that happens, it's for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you hear other people's story and then you look at your own life and you're like, yeah, I remember when I was here, there, and then I made this decision and now my life changed this way. Like, all of this is all part of a master plan. And
Yeah.
what you think
Yes.
about is what you will project. You know, she was talking about having her vision board, you know, on her phone, like, you know, your environments, like your
Mm-hmm.
goals written everywhere. And just from like how she put a certain car and forgot about the car being on her phone, but she's carrying it around, like that energy that she was pouring into what she wanted. And we do that every day without even realizing what we're doing. So imagine when you become
Conscious.
yeah, but imagine when it becomes intentional. Like I intentionally put forth what my day is going to be like, and when it turns off or it doesn't go that way, I'm like, oh no, I already said that this is what kind of day I'm going to have. And we have moments and things in our lives, you know. Y'all know me. I probably many times you've heard me say, "Oh, I had a bad day," and now
And we be
I'm like,
correcting real
"Nah,
quick.
I had a bad moment."
Bad moment.
No, now it's a bad moment and it's over.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
she kept talking about like how, you know, she write her notes, and it's funny. Remember earlier she said she has like over 1,000 notes, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I looked at mine. I got like 600 notes, things that I just wrote to myself, like, you know. Don't be upset today. Things that I wrote that I want to say to Savannah when I see something, a quote, like just things. And when you look back and you like, that's where the applied note taker comes in, and the vision and just having it around. Like, I just love the fact that we are surrounded by amazing people from all different parts of the world who just have so much gems to just pour into you. Like, it's, I don't know. I get
It's crazy.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
What about
listen,
What
I
about you?
love it. I loved all of them, quite honestly. Well, the ones that really stood out to me, right? I think that I could resonate with more was when Raquel spoke about, you know, the positive attitude. That resonated with me because a lot of times people ask me that question too. They're like, "Yo, you never seem like something's going on, you know, with you." And for me, I started realizing, and that's a part of, I guess, maybe part of my personality, but I'm also seen as more so a part of leadership as well, that I can't always look like how I feel all the time. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Because if I do that, then everybody's going to be feeling the same way. And you don't want to make this a complete pity party, you know? So you have to be able to look at a challenge and turn that into an opportunity and say, look, it was a moment, it happened, I'm going to keep it moving. You know, there's a lot of things that's happened, you know, personal life or work, wherever, right? And you have to realize, what can I focus on that I have control over? You start looking at things like that, your perspective changes. And that's how, you know, my perspective has changed. So I like when Raquel has said that, you know, are you going to react or are you going to respond when something happens, right?
Right.
So, I mean, my nature is not always to hyperventilate over something. So I kind of resonate with what she said, where, you know, something happens, like, okay, we're gonna figure this out, you know. And, you know, being solution focused. When KK was speaking about, you know, all the things that, you know, she's gone through, and to still be standing, you know, 10 toes down.
Yo,
I mean, to lose a home twice, back to back, right, with the hurricanes, and then you know, losing your child. I can't even imagine that. You know what that feels like. I don't even want to know what that feels like, right? And for her, and then when what she had said about, you know, putting her vision, you know, in her notes, like you were saying, the things that she had wanted, that made me think of how I landed here, because I remember, you know, telling you all that I saw Mr. David Emanitier. I saw Justin Owens somewhere else. I remember what it was that I was looking at. So when, you know, you come here, you're like, yo, this people look so familiar, but I just didn't put two and two. But the other thing too is I remember journaling over a year ago. I went to an event. This is nothing, you know, I'm part of Tall Society, ladies and gentlemen. That's a whole other conversation. But I went to a Tall Women's event, right? And I had purchased a book from one of the vendors, and it was a journal. And I don't normally journal, but I said, you know what, let me go get this book. So I wrote down the things that I wanted. I had a breakdown from your different parts of your life, right? And I wrote, want to be able to travel, right? Do something where I'm like, traveling is also the main focus, right? Where I'm able to meet people from around the world, where I'm able to learn a different skill set that I like. Mind you, this is before I knew all of this.
See?
This is the stuff that I wrote down, right? It's just, I didn't know how it was going, like what vehicle it was going to look like. I just knew these are the things that were my top priority. I need to be around a certain group of people, right? That was like-minded. What up, DJ? I needed to be traveling. I enjoy traveling and fun and all that stuff. And then I said, I need to find something, because one of the things I do know is I knew that anywhere you go, you have to have a skill set that's going to do something for you. Like, seriously, not just going to a job, no knock on a job, but we already know there's some things that a job is like, okay, you probably don't need to use too much brain work to do. You can keep it moving, right? And I know I needed a skill set that was going to pay me back. Yeah. So long story short,
hey Mo,
I came across, this wonderful organization, and through me coming and being a part of this, everything else has just lined up accordingly. And I'm telling you, this past year for me has been the best year, quite honestly. I had to look back at a lot of things, and I'm like, despite whatever that's going on in the world, this past year has been the best year of my life thus far.
Wow.
That says a lot.
That's
wow.
Amazing.
And when it comes to, because when I thought about it, in a year, the people I've met in a year, it's a whole lot of new people that I've met, right? The growth in certain areas, right? Huge growth. That's a lot of the growth that people are going to find when they are a part of this is something that they probably would have taken much longer to do. This environment gives you the chance to just speed whatever it is that you was operating slow at, move it up a notch, like literally putting that fire under you, right? And that goes with constantly being around, something related to personal development, stretching yourself. Yeah,
stretch.
But personal development is something, because that's not something that's in the workplace. My background is in education. You hear professional development, right? Mm-hmm. Then I hear talking conversation about personal development.
Exactly.
So that's something, that I've seen here. But everything, that part of what KK said was just so in alignment. Like I said, I wrote down a whole bunch of things. I just literally spoke it to an existence. I didn't know how. I didn't know the how. I didn't care the how. And it's all coming together. The other thing that was when Coach Henry spoke, obviously, right? Everything that he said, regarding leadership, man, that was fire. And Coach always comes with clips and barrels, like he's ready for war every time.
Raw rugged.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love when he speaks, man. But I love all the 4 H's that he said. He said, heart of a leader, hands of a leader, habit of a leader, and head of a leader.
Yeah.
And all those things was so important when it comes to leadership. So that was some gems right there. Tico, what he was talking about, culture, that was so important too. That's something, it goes hand in hand with what we're talking about with leadership as well. You want to make sure you're creating an environment where, it's cohesive. You don't want to, it's a new thing for everyone, right? And like you said, people come in, it's something completely new. Completely new. This is what makes it so special, is that it does not require you to have some type of formal education to learn this skill set. It does not require you to know someone who knows someone who knows someone, right? To be connected with greatness in a sense, right? A lot of times when in a workspace, you have to kind of be buddy with somebody to kind of know,
in order to go up higher.
Yeah, in order to go up higher and have certain connections with someone. But here is, you just show up and be you. Show up and be you. You talk, you engage with people.
Be a better version of you as you go through the process.
Absolutely. So, what he was saying, was very poignant and resonated with me as well. Making sure you're saying, it just made me think of our interactions too. My interactions with other people who I've, brought in as well in our interactions. So as far as, greeting people in the mornings, cutting up jokes and all that stuff that we be doing. Our video calls, that's, somebody might think okay, well, it might seem like a waste of time for some, but actually, no, this is how you connect, because the conversations is not always about business.
Nope.
Right? And you have to make sure when you're talking to people you're not talking just about that. How's your day going? What's going on with your kid?
It's the
You know?
relationship. It's the relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Learning how to build relationships, with people.
When we all
Um,
get on the phone, not to cut you off, but remember what you used to say to us in the morning when we used to
what?
have our little powwow conversations? And at first I was like, why she always say that? Remember, it used to be like, have a good day on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have a great day. Okay. Yeah.
Good day on purpose. And
Yeah.
at first you're like, okay. But then you're like, it becomes second nature. Because, you're like, okay, have a great day on purpose. Like, what?
Right. Right. It wasn't
Yeah.
something that you were used to hearing. What's up? But funny if I was saying that before coming here. I just continued saying that, I would say that in my workspace. But yeah, you have a great day on purpose, because a lot of times people get up. I'm telling you, I could be at work and ask somebody how somebody's doing.
Right.
Like if they like, oh, it's the same old book. I'm like, all right, look, have a great day on purpose. Like, I don't need that energy right now.
You know what
Please
I call
go
that?
way.
You know what I call
Huh?
that? That's low level conversations.
Low level conversations. Like I don't got time for that, man. I'm telling you. So it's important to say that. Want to make people to really think about being intentional, because the reality of it, we're in a world where you can be programmed and go through about your day to day, and that's where you lose your sense of gratitude.
Right.
That's where you start becoming negative, because all you're focusing is on the negative. So when you start doing the complete opposite, where you start living in gratitude, where you start focusing on the positive, focusing on what you can control, I'm telling you, everything around you is going to look like there's a solution for it, opposed to a problem. So when people get rattled about stuff, and I'm looking like, okay, it's because I don't look at things as a challenge in a negative sense. I look as a challenge in a positive sense, right? It's always an opportunity to learn something new, to grow. And me, I love learning new things. So that's how I look at it. So when those people spoke, those things definitely resonated with me. And then I learned some new things too as well. So when we're having these events, it's not like it's something like, oh, I know everything. It's one of those, man, you're always learning something new. You have another perspective from someone, how they worded it,
Right.
opposed to someone else.
Okay,
So
Quincy, nice of you to jump on here.
Hello.
all right,
Let me see.
Quincy F, whoever that is.
Yes.
Right. So yes,
But for
those are the
that
things that really got me.
they might not know what we're talking about, but we're talking about our Super Saturday that we had within our family, I want to call it, but within our organization here at I Mastery Academy, where we actually had the leaders and pour into us today, like really pour into us, and just made us feel like this is the right place, the right time, right now. I'm closing in on my 1 year anniversary with being with this company, and one of the leaders said something to me today. I think she's on. She said something to me, Pam, you on? And it resonated with me so much, because I was like, I'm a year in. She is on, right? Okay. Hey, Pam, and
Hey, Juju.
and hey, Juju. And she said, Mo, your journey didn't start from day one. It started from when you made that decision within you that this is where you belong. In the beginning, you just was learning. You was brand new. So don't beat yourself up so hard. And when she said that, I was like, you're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the moment where you went into within and you were like, this is where I belong. When I said I belong, and not just the moment that I joined, but it's
Right.
and that made me feel like I shouldn't feel like I need to be at one place or another, but where I am right now is what I'm focusing on. So shout out to you, Pam. I want to give you your flowers while you can see them, because you don't know, that little bit poured into me today when you said that, and I appreciate you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, but today was phenomenal. Today was phenomenal.
And you know what, too, I wanted to touch on, and because, we don't touch on it a lot, but for a simple fact that despite what your religious affiliation is, when for an organization like this to put God in the forefront,
Mm.
you know, and it's, and, you know, whew, probably shouldn't say this on here, but, you know, when you come down to church folks and stuff like that, like, you know, we have our opinions and how, but
Don't get kicked out of the club.
all right.
We need you in there. We need you in there to work some things.
Yo, Chi, you a mess. You a whole mess.
A whole mess.
A whole mess.
You know,
All caps.
that's a whole nother conversation. But the fact that, you know, you can be in an environment where it's like, you know, thank God. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody is like, you know, God is the greatest.
That's
You know,
right.
Bryce Thompson would say, you know what I mean? And the fact, just the spirituality and just to feel that, because I grew up with a praying mom and every day, you know, walk with God. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave your house without. And so I grew up with that. But then to be in an environment where you're not feeling preached to, but
Right.
there's just something so different. You know what I mean? Like if you're a Christian on the line, you're listening and, you know, you're
regardless of whatever religion you may be
Yeah.
in, the fact that everybody loves God and they respect that part, that's what it's amazing.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo, this is beautiful because when you look at the grand scheme of the entire IML organization, right? Where it's global, it's international, and you have people from all over. We have people up in Europe, you know, Italy, you know, France. You know what I'm saying? Like
the Caribbean.
Right. She naming all the European countries. Africa, the Caribbean too. Yeah,
Africa,
every continent.
Nigeria on lock right now.
People that don't fall on a certain side of the color spectrum, right? Just see that even with that reach, you know what I'm saying? Because just that alone, and you're like, wow, just the power and the reach itself. And man, shout out to Mr. Christopher Terry.
What?
Right.
You know,
yes. Christopher Terry, Isis De La Torre. Yes.
Vision.
Most definitely.
And
most definitely.
You know, if he didn't have this vision, we wouldn't be here today. So I just want to give him his flowers. You're out there if you ever see this, you know.
I'll send it to him.
Oh, he would go. I'll tell him personally when we're on stage, but
we'll tell him when we see him again. But you know, just shout out to you, man, because you have especially in a time like now, you know what I'm saying, where there's so much going on in the world, you know what I mean? And this environment, there's so much cohesiveness. There's so much togetherness. Everybody just wanting to see everybody win. You know what I mean? It's just beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And the support, you know what I mean? It's just amazing. And we need more of that in the world because not for nothing, listen, y'all know, we grew up in New York and they took prayer out of school and it went to shit. So, you know, another conversation, but this is Saturday. But you know,
yeah.
You know,
I get what you're saying, but you know, for me, my perspective on it, because I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. There's a trail of fire that comes behind me when I'm walking. But it's not the fire. It's my perspective on it is just a perception. Is the fact that their focus is on source, right? Because it doesn't matter what you are, because you talk about God, I don't know, people Muslim or whatever, you know, wherever. So I don't know what that looks like for other people elsewhere. But the fact is that the focus is on source, but source is not found in someone else.
No.
See, and that's where, for me, I that where it resonates with me, because time and time again, we're told to be whole, or we're told that if we want to be the greater version of ourselves, we have to look outside of us.
Yeah.
And this is where it's pushed, where no, you got to look inside of you.
Yes.
I think for me, that's the major thing. No one's throwing a book at you and telling you, X, Y, and
Right.
Z, read this verse, whatever. It's just more so saying if you, in order for you to grow, to become the better version of you, you have to start doing that inner work. Because a lot of times, if people think you have to do all this outer work, you have to go here, you have to go to church. Because going to church is not the end all.
That's the building.
Going to this function is not the end all. So it makes no sense where now they're saying, no, when you look inside, and you take care of your own temple.
Deal with the the temple.
Yes,
thing.
the church is when the temple or whatever is within you, and you then create this vibration where everyone who's on the same frequency as you, right, is coming together, which is fellowship in a sense, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I definitely love that.
I think that's the culture that we have within the group now, the family. That's why it was such a good vibe. We had well over 100 plus people today just tapped in for hours, building up that vibration, building up that frequency within, so that we could then pouring into us, and then it was pouring back out. Like I don't know, like you can't bottle that feeling up, and I wish we could, but that's the beauty of what we have here, and like you never want to take that for granted. Like I don't know, I just feel like what we have here is so special that you want to share it with the world.
Absolutely.
That's why you got to you want to tell people like, yo, it's different over here. It really is different over here. It's like, you know how when you work a job, right, and the new person comes in, what do people tell them? Don't do this. You ain't gonna like this.
If I got something negative to say, 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. Right. But here it's like, yo, plug this, plug that. You got this. We got this. Like, I just want to give it up to y'all for everybody just saying I got it today. Just doing my first time to my lunch today. That was good. That's something that people don't do that in a normal job. You don't get that. Sometimes you have to get that within your own family,
Nope.
So it's different when you are around people who really care about you, about your growth, about where you're going, and literally just want to see you succeed. It's amazing.
So we have a comment. It says, the beauty is that your development, hold on, this thing is, what does it say? The beauty is that your development here, it meets all where they are.
Oh,
your development here will meet people where they are? What do you mean?
Oh, maybe there was a word that was missing, but yeah. I mean, your development here does, you meet people where they are, and then before you know it, they transcend someone.
People free too, which is a lot of the, people free.
Oh, yeah. I mean, goes back to pouring into personal development. When you start focusing on you, and that's not coming from a selfish standpoint, it's coming from I need to get myself together.
Right.
When you start doing that, you start to realize that you can't focus on other people. I say that time and time again. Whatever you do, you got to act like a horse with the blinders, a racehorse, right?
Right.
They're like this. And why they have this for a reason, because there's distractions that's in the way. So once you see, your own path, your own lane, you don't have to worry about this person saying this, that person saying that. And that's one thing I love about here is that I made it, for me personally, it was my personal duty. Anyone that I've told this to, and who has said yes, I wanted to make sure that they had an appropriate experience, right? I want them to realize, like, look, this is a journey that you're not going to be doing alone. We're going to be doing this together. It's going to be amazing. You're going to grow. It is different here. All these things I kept telling, people, like, it's totally different. They looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what do you mean it's different? Don't worry about it. You're going to find out, But it's like, it's one of those things where you feel like you're in a cult in a sense, but cult always has a negative connotation to it. But you're just it's just like a secret wealth society that's like, and the crazy thing about it is you're trying to put people on, and they're looking at you like you're crazy for trying to put them on.
Right.
Oh yeah. What's the famous comment?
That's the part.
That famous comment you told me.
the Forex thing, or so scammy.
No. Well, no. Say why would you want to see people succeed? Why would I not want to see
Or
people
I
succeed?
know. It's,
Like,
or
why would
they,
listen, I told you that this. I've had crazy stuff in my DMs where from multiple things. But one of the things I had was, why would you want to help somebody? Why would you want to tell somebody this? Like, don't you want to make money by yourself and just go? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, look here, man, this is the problem. This is why there's no type of unity, because you're having this selfish mentality. You have to understand that if you want to, especially if you want, and that was something I had shared with someone yesterday. And someone had called me that was asking a question, which I love when people ask questions instead of making assumptions. But someone had called me, was asking me a question, and I told her, I said, the reason why people want to make money, right, more than the average, is because when you have more, you're able to do more.
Right.
It's like, people don't really realize that.
Yeah.
It's not that people want to make money just to say they make money. It's so they can fulfill their own dreams. And there's probably a ton of other people that they're trying to help as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite sure people have other people in their family that they need to help set free, right? So people have mothers, dads, whoever that they're, either taken care of or has some type of guardianship over them, where if you want to retire them, you want to make sure that they are retiring by income and not by age.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we already know, once you're 65, like, you don't want to do nothing but sit down. Like, so why would you want to wait till we're 65, right?
Right. If there's an opportunity and a way to be able to retire sooner, why would you want to wait till 65? Exactly.
Or people that'll say, "Oh, I'll just wait for you to blow up before I take."
Oh, yes, that right there. Listen,
sit on the side.
Listen,
you gonna sit.
I got that message. I was like, "What in the world?"
Like,
people are.
What are you talking
off the hook? It doesn't make sense whatsoever.
Especially when you have a business or when you want to start your business and somebody's coming to you and saying, "Listen, here's a vehicle that you can use to propel, your business, your family to a whole nother level." And you're going to say, "Nah, I'm going to wait. I'm still stay here and be broke and watch."
And then they're going to hit you with you changed. You different. Like when, can you help me? Or now I'm ready to get started. I want to learn. I want to go. And I may not have the same amount of time available that I would have had going together. Like they'll say, "You changed, you different."
Like,
I know, yeah.
People to grow.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm supposed to be different. We're not supposed to be the same. If we are, then we're gonna have the same problems.
It's boring.
But someone had said, shout out to John. I see John is on here. He said, it's the crabs in the mentality. The crabs in a bucket mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this time and time again, where we've been so programmed to wanting to climb to the top and usually over someone else, or there's some type of obstacle that we have to, leap over that pulls us back, whether it's getting more education, right? That's something, or getting more experience, or who type of thing. So we have to, it just tells us that we really have to roll our sleeves. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of deprogramming. And people are, not all, but some people have just had this level of complacency. But more so, the two things that we conversed about this Super Saturday was on leadership and belief. And a lot of people don't have either one.
Yeah.
And really the belief part, right? Because here's the thing, if you have belief, you can then build up to get those leadership qualities, right?
Yeah.
But if you have certain leadership qualities and you don't have belief, no one's following you.
That's right.
Because you your boss instead of a leader at that point.
And nobody wants somebody telling them what to do. We already
exactly.
Nobody wants another boss.
You have a boss. We're trying to work away from.
Exactly.
What's the boss? The calendar. My calendar is my boss.
Right. Exactly. Look, Look, y'all already know. I'm like, yo, when somebody asks me stuff, I said, let me go ask my boss, and I pull out my calendar. It is. My boss is my calendar.
Jay,
So we have another comment. This generation wants the easy way out with no grind.
yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely.
all the gen-
Microwave population.
Mentality.
You know, I don't even know if, you know what? I'm not even going to say this generation. I'm not going to say that.
because
Because
it's
the Gen
generated
Zs, millennials,
for
whatever we are, I don't even know what we are at this point. I just
They
know
keep
that,
changing it. I don't know. I can't keep up with it. I know I'm not a baby boomer. That's all I know.
yeah, that I do, right. I know I'm not a Gen Z,
I
and
know.
for sure know I'm not a baby boomer, right? But I don't want to say it's necessarily just this generation. I think just generationally,
yeah,
people have been having certain programs. Because you can talk to someone older, and they might have that mentality. But I talk to people my age all the time, and they might as well be a baby boomer. So
waiting on Social Security.
yeah, they might as well, because it's that older thinking. You know, they just has, you know, this level of programming. But more so, like I said, that belief factor.
mm-hmm.
Having belief is something that's been so minimized in having a conversation about, and people don't even realize that.
Oh,
People have really gone through the motions to do certain things, and they probably never got poured into when they were younger. Like really having, like seriously having belief. Not, okay, you can do better in this class. Like looking at you dead in your eye and say, look, you can do this. Matter of fact, you don't even need me, because I already know that you have all the tools to do whatever that it is you need to do.
what did Jay say? There's belief versus belief. You
Oh, yeah.
Right,
right?
right.
Believe in,
Mm-hmm.
well, until you have the belief,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're you're not gonna see. And even with that, we're talking about the whole Generation X, millennial, baby boomers, and stuff like that. It's like, you know, people often want a pat on the back for doing what they're supposed to do.
Mm.
Right, right.
Mm.
Exactly.
That's big right there.
We are supposed to be in a position where we want to be wealthy. We're supposed to want good things, right? We're
Mhm.
supposed to want to be elevated. We're supposed to want to level up in every aspect of our life. Like,
Abundance is our birthright.
right.
Abundance,
Like,
yeah,
we're,
yeah. But I mean, you got to work for it. But yeah, it's a
right?
birthright.
we're, we're supposed to not want to be stuck in a job for 40
Mm-hmm.
years, working 40 hours to only retire with 40% of our income, right?
Right.
People fear what they don't understand, as
Yeah.
Jay was saying. That's definitely what it is. People fear what they don't understand,
And they don't ask
and
questions.
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? They don't ask the right questions, and
To the right person.
uh,
Yeah. They ask
that right
Uncle
person
Joe.
too. Yeah, the right person and the right questions on top of that. For when they do have the right person in front of them,
Yeah.
you know. And I remember Imran Ritchie is one of the chairman. What is this? I think the C100s. He has said that. He said that's one thing you need to do. Like people like to come and talk about problems, some type of complaint, what they don't like, but they never come to ask a question that's going to say like, what can I do to make me learn this better?
Right.
You know, even, you know, I'm talking about somebody, not necessarily somebody inside, you know, that's already a part of it, but someone who's just has no idea. It's not like, how can this suit me,
Mm.
type of thing. He says people look at Wikipedia for facts. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Look at Wikipedia for facts.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they don't come with those type of questions. But again, it's belief versus belief, and like Justin Owens was saying, related to that, you can have belief that there's airplanes,
Mm-hmm.
but do you believe that we can fly in airplanes? You know, there's two different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So belief is more surface. Belief is more surface. To be able to believe is something that's more ingrained. You know, something that you're like,
It's a
you really feel. You feel, you're sure of it through, you know, feeling.
yeah.
Belief means just, yeah, I just know. You know, I just know the sky is blue. But yeah, there's a difference. There's definitely a difference.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, this today was amazing. I took notes and I'm applying certain things. Yeah, it really got my brain working on some things that I'm thinking about doing.
Yes, that's the key. If you're not learning something new every day or exposing yourself to something that's gonna make you grow every day, then you're dying. Okay,
Absolutely.
you're wasting your time here, and that's one of the things that we don't have much of. We don't have time to waste. So
We're here for a good time, but not necessarily for a long time. So get your ish together,
Make
folks.
time. Don't.
What'd you say?
I said, don't count the time. Make the time count.
oh,
Okay,
speaking of time,
okay.
wait, I missed that.
You over here dropping bars too?
I said, don't count the time count.
Okay.
Don't count the time, make the time count.
Bars. Uh-oh.
Period.
There we go.
It. All right.
I think it
Yes,
was it Coach who said today, the difference between here and there? Or was that Sophia?
No, some people saying that. I mean, that's
Sophia said that today, right? The difference between here and there is the T,
And
it's a
it stands for time.
your goal is the T, the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's those are them gems right there. Those are gems. Those are gems.
Yeah. So that was some great studies at bars. Yeah, that was a great event today. Really was.
Yeah.
So I am happy that we had this event. I'm humbled and grateful that I was able to take part in it and
being at the place at the right time.
Right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Divine timing.
Timing.
Well, ladies, it's been very, 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 very inspirational as always. You guys always make me laugh. I love when we have our talks. Cozy couch conversations.
Every
Yeah.
Saturday.
What'd you say?
So every Saturday night.
Saturday night starts here.
At 9 o'clock. So.
At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So how do
you motivate people to step out of their norm?
Ooh.
Oh, who you want to answer that question? I love doing that.
You take this one because you be
you stretched us very, very far in the last year. I love it though.
So for me, I like to put people into the fire, right?
Into the deep end. No, I'm just like
yeah. So someone says you have to motivate yourself to step out of your norm. So it's twofold. Here's other things too, right? Motivation is very temporary. You can motivate yourself and say you're gonna do something, and you do it for a few days, maybe a good week, and that's it. But it's different when you have someone who's going to hold you accountable for what you said you was going to do, right? Mm-hmm. That's a whole nother thing. So that's also a part of, coaching, friendship, having an accountability partner. So, and just putting people in positions where they don't know yet that they're able to do better in something, right? Because a lot of times people will say, oh, I don't know, I can't do this. Or maybe they don't even say nothing, right? You just have to say, look, just push them off the cliff a little bit, right? And then let them know, like, look, you were equipped. You had all the tools. Matter of fact, you have wings. Push them, you're going to fly. You're going to fly. Just trust the wings that were given to you, and you'll be good. And sometimes they're going to fly. They're going to get their face on the cliff a little bit, right? But it's okay. You still have the wings. You're going to, continue to jump off and fly. And then before you know it, they're going to soar. And that's part of getting people outside of their comfort zone. That's a part of coaching.
Yep.
I think for that's for the person that's helping somebody else. But for yourself, I think it's the commitment part. People, for instance, the biggest commitment that we can think of is that most people make a commitment in marriages, right? Right? You get married, make a commitment. There's some days you don't want to be married. There's some days you ain't really feeling that person. But what makes you stay there, makes you stay in a marriage, is the commitment and that you made. So when you have a goal and when you have things that you set forth, and when things are tough and when you don't really want to be there, you made that commitment. You make a commitment to your goals. You make a commitment to
Yeah,
yourself.
you found that funny, huh?
What?
You found that funny with your example that you're using.
Well, I'm just saying,
But
some people are married.
no, I know what you're saying, but I know Jay. That's why he's laughing.
Well, not just
So
that's commitments and marriages. Just the commitment to go to school. Think about that. When you go commit 4 years of college. So
right.
There's
Someone
people who don't graduate and they do graduate. It's the commitment that you make to say, I want to finish this goal. So you make a goal, you want to stay committed to it.
So God's gift says the fear of the unknown is worse than actually jumping into the unknown. That is absolutely true.
Oh, yeah.
That is absolutely true. And that's why a lot of times people don't do certain things. It's just the fear of just doing something different. Mm-hmm. And they don't even know what's on the other side. It's just because they have to do something different. Mm-hmm. And that's when you're going to have to get people to dip their toe in the water and see, try something different, realize, oh, it wasn't even that bad. It was really me in my head. Mm-hmm. It really is. And we paralyze ourselves. Mo.
Oh, stop laughing, Mo.
We paralyze ourselves time and time again. And what a lot of times people don't realize is success is actually on the other side of fear, right? So when people start to get outside of their comfort zone, they don't realize, but they're becoming more and more successful every time they do something that makes them uncomfortable. And then after a while, it's easy. You're like, okay, what was I being scared of? And then you're going to say, okay, next challenge. So.
Oh, Jay, you funny. He's funny.
Oh, yeah. That's my guy, John. My co-host for the podcast, Life's a Brick Wall, too. So shout out to John. Okay. We'll be recording tomorrow. Yeah.
Nice. Wait, plug us in. Drop the info.
John, type it in the chat, because I know if I click with my hands, it's gonna.
Exactly. I never thought I'd be going on a doctorate.
But you coming from my background. Oh, okay.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Proud of you. Yes.
I am proud.
Absolutely.
Stretching.
And what are you getting your doctorates in?
What is he getting? Because I know he was doing his law school stuff at one point.
Okay. And speaking of doctors, shout out to my younger sister, Dr. Vanessa. Woo! She completed today, her residency.
Did she graduate today?
Yes.
Nice.
So graduated today. She did 3 years of residency. Pediatric cardiologist. So excited for her. Yep.
That's what's up.
Okay. That's administration. Yeah. Cool. And the great thing about this, God's gift, is that being in this environment, you're going to also get that business leadership as well. When I say, and this is no joke at all, but the things that I have seen within this organization when it comes to like business acumen, having the results has been nothing short of amazing. So what did he say? Yes, he said Life's a Girl's IG account. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dropping episode. Yep. So just to let you know, look, I don't know whoever you connected to, God's gift.
Me.
But holler at her to get some information, because let me tell you something. What you're doing with your business degree, but then also being in an environment of people who are making 6 and 7 figures and more, not just the money wise, but their knowledge. Let me tell you something. Success leaves clues.
Yes, it does.
You must take notes. So, I've realized for me, and I've had multiple degrees, it's not enough to just go to school. It's getting that experience. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like what we're doing actually is like literally being in a form of internship. Yeah. Where but you're getting paid, right? Because you're able to make money. So it's a form where you're actually being able to work side by side with people who have the results. And you're literally copying and pasting, and getting that their mentorship. Right. So that has been something that that I love here.
He needs
So
to check out the Circle CEO conference that they're having.
I think those tickets are sold
I
out.
think it's sold out.
Yeah.
Because I keep getting.
But better yet, how about connecting for the one that's in July, the Believe Nation one, where you can get other entrepreneurs and dreamers and doers. So if you want to get more information about being around entrepreneurs, you can get that too by being at the event on July 23rd to the 25th in Orlando, Florida. You ain't going to want to miss this. You're not going to want to miss this. I'm telling you. Because let me tell you something, people. When you see them pictures and videos drop,
Y'all going to be mad. They're going to be.
y'all going to be mad, all caps. Y'all are going to be mad.
Mad.
So
They can't
if
be
I
mad.
was you, whoever you're connected to here, hit us up, get the information, get you started. And like I said, even if it's not, being started within, learning about this skill set, going to an event. I'll tell you something. I don't know about you, but I'm always outside is opening up. You can still have your mask or whatever you want to do with that. But just being in an environment, it doesn't matter whether your background is in business administration. I don't care if you cut grass and you want to know, something about business. It doesn't matter what you do. It's just the fact that you're in an environment with people who have those entrepreneurial skill sets and experiences that can give you more information, build your belief, and take you to wherever it is you want to go. Because at the end of the day, what we have here, this platform, is a vehicle. It's a foundation to whatever it is that you want to do, right? So you're able to fund your dreams.
Right.
So
exactly. Right. That's the key.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Yes, Amber.
Oh, yes, I can't wait to see you, Amber. Yes. Listen, Amber, I was jealous. I saw you was in Miami for that event.
She was like,
I was like, oh, but actually, no, I wasn't jealous. I was happy for you, but I was just like, man, I wish I was over there.
Yeah.
Besides, I like going to Miami, but it looked like it was a dope event.
Never came home with no voice.
Right.
Oh, yes, that's true. Home with no voice. Yeah. Can't wait to see you. And I can't wait to see any other person who's on here who is connected to us as well. Like I said, it's going to be an event that you will never forget. I guarantee you, I bet money that you've never had this type of experience ever before. So, for sure.
All right, ladies, it's been a pleasure. We are closing on the hour, top of the hour. So,
Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in with us. We will see you next Saturday on Cozy Couch Conversations, where your Saturday night starts here. I'm signing off. Good night. Yes. Link up with Evelyn. Yes. Link up.
He called me by my full name, guys.
So that means he means business.
He means business. Let's go.
Joke with that, but
that's awesome.
Right.
He ain't say wait, but
I know. Love you too, Amber.
Love you, Ams. Better.
Peace out.
Later. Good night, guys.
Good
night.